you want to play dirty, scoop-a-doo. The faster you learn that, the better off you're going to be. I'm not Michael Jordan. That's a pressure flip. Today, I'm going to teach you how to pressure flip. So pressure flip, it's kind of an old school trick. This is a trick that really became popularized in the 90s with the big pants, small wheels, pressure flip era. A pressure flip is different than a popping like kick flip or a varial flip. It's interesting because on the shorts, I recently made a video of myself doing varial flip, which looks like this. And some comments said, pressure flip? And I was thinking, we're not that far lost where we think a varial flip is a pressure flip. There is a big difference. I'm gonna explain to you, show you the difference in this video, and also teach you how to do the pressure flip. Varial flip pops this way and turns like that. And a pressure flip, varial flip, the board is spinning that direction. Pressure flip, the board is spinning that direction. So A, the board is spinning completely different. But the reason it's called a pressure flip is because the trick is entirely done using pressure. You might think, well, isn't every trick done using pressure? Yes and no. Okay, so pressure flip is very specific in that, watch my back foot, it's right there, and what's occurring is this. That's a pressure flip. It only requires one foot, and it's just like that. So I guess first things first, I should just show you what it is before we even get into the foot position or how it's working. So pressure flip, let's see if I can do it. And it's been a while. Let's see if my 90s jeans, 90s old skater vibes are good enough to roll a pressure flip first try right now. Oh no, fail, epic fail. Okay, let's go pressure flip. Okay, not my greatest one, but yes, it was a pressure flip. Good, so just so you guys understand, that what I did just there is a pressure flip. This what I'm gonna do right now is a varial flip. See if you can, just by looking at what the board is doing, spot the difference. That's a varial flip. The earlier one was a pressure flip. Very, very, very different. In order to learn the pressure flip, the first thing to understand, it's all in your back foot. Very important. Your front foot, I generally put it up there around those front bolts, and my back foot is really off the edge right there. My toes have got to be hanging off, and I have to get this feeling like when I pop, that I bring my toes around the edge of the board and make it flip up like that. What's literally happening is the board is going like this. That's a pressure flip, like that. Toes hanging off on the back, in that back pocket, very important. Front, you can be up there. You can sort of counterbalance it. See how this foot is here and the weight is on that side? And then this foot is here and the weight's on that side. So even there, you can see the board flexing. So when I release this front foot and step off, watch this pressure. See how that's gonna go? Instantly the board's like that. So if I am to take my toes from this point forward and go like this, curl it down and shoot it back and up, it's gonna make the board go like this, which is what you want. Now you can do this with loose trucks, but if you're having a difficult time getting the pressure to go, it will be easier if you tighten up your trucks, because your pressure there is gonna be more because there's less bend on this wheel going down. So you're gonna get, the pressure is gonna be better. First thing, really understand that foot position. Understand why it's there, how it helps. You can also do it from here. I'll probably do this tutorial and give you many different front foot positions. So the first practice step that I want you to do, just stand off your board with your front foot off the board, your back foot on that tail. And you're just gonna do the pop and scoop without standing on it. Practice that as many times as you need. This is vital. While you're off the board, you might even try to go more and give it like a double spin. You just really want to start to learn the feeling of that back foot. Also, this is good for many skateboard tricks because you got to understand the power is not in your full leg going down. The power is in the fast motion of your ankle. Now watch my ankle. Very fast motion, right? I really need to film this in slow-mo and break it down for you guys, which I will do, but it's all in the fast motion of that ankle, just boom. That's where the power lies, right in that ankle. Just snap it right around. So now, from that practice step, you've got that dialed. You can do this as many times as you want. In fact, people always wonder, I have this sort of skateboarding nervous tick when I'm trying to learn a trick or I'm trying to land something. I'll sort of sit there and fidget with my board like this. Not even like looking at the board. I'm just making it move underneath my feet. And I did that when I was riding the bus a lot, and I would just wait for the bus and I'd just sit there and sort of be bored. It does help your board control, helps you understand how to use those ankles to maneuver that board, which is very good. So now, the next step is you're gonna stand on the board and you're gonna get it to spin while jumping with your front foot off. Sort of a step-off pressure flip, if you will. If you got that first step really down well, the second step should not be a huge problem.
Hi.
Okay. You're gonna have the front foot on the board, stand like that, and pop that back foot. And make it spin like that. And you want to try, step off of your front foot, put your back foot back on, okay? And just get used to that motion. A bunch of times, as many times as necessary to get you comfortable. See, we're building up your skills, one skill at a time, and then taking you to the next one, and then taking you to the next one up, right? Now, the next step from there is you've got to bend your knees. It's an interesting thing. A lot of people think, oh, in skateboarding, you have to jump so high. It's not true. I'm not Michael Jordan. I can't even dunk a basketball. You don't have to jump that high. You just need to bend your knees. You bend your knees up in the air. Look at how high. Look at how my foot is. That's just from bending my knees. Sure, if both legs were up, that would be a jump, but my hips have not like raised up the ground a huge amount. I just bend the knees. The faster you learn that, the better off you're gonna be. The next step, you gotta put it all together. You gotta get your front foot on that board. I guess I could say there's another little interim step in there if you want to, and that's to step off with your back foot. And this time, start with your back foot, leave your front foot on, and then we could go to putting it all together. So you could learn that one too. It's funny, some of those flip kind of weird. Now there is this interesting thing that happens. When you move from practice step to full-blown trick, sometimes the way the board spins and moves, and sometimes it's totally different. But the key thing I can tell you on this is really focus on the idea that your toes are popping down, back, and up, like that. The better you understand that, the better this is gonna go for you. Okay, so now we're gonna take all those pieces, we're gonna put it together. Woo! Interesting the way that spun. See, exactly what I told you. It's moved and spun totally different, totally different. There we go. I think another good tip that I can give you, you can practice like here, but then sometimes it's helpful to be even closer to the wheel with your toe. Really just in this section right here in that pocket and really scoop it around. See, if I push on the board right there, see what naturally happens? It naturally starts to flip, which makes it really easy. And what I was telling you, that flick of the ankle, the power is in the speed with which you flick that ankle. Bow. Pressure flip city, pressure flip nation. If you guys have ever heard of a skater named Nate Sherwood, leave it in the comments below and shout out Nate Sherwood. You are awesome. Thank you for supporting your skateboard community.
Third time, bro.
Front foot up there, back foot in that pocket. Let's give it a little scoop. Scoop-a-doop. Good, there we go. I'm getting better at it. It's getting a little more pop, getting a little more comfortable. I'm really feeling those 90s vibe. Get the 90s vibe going. Wow, so some things that can go wrong is you cannot get the full rotation that way, which is what happened. It just went 90, the 90s vibe going. Or you cannot get the full spin. So that's all gonna be in your scoop, and just practice that scoop some more. Okay, so let's give it another go here. Another thing that I think will help you, a helpful tip, is if you're not getting the spin enough this way, the shove it motion, you can sort of feel like pop down and up that way. Like that, because you're gonna throw your board in that direction, right? So now watch, now I'll apply that. Again, it's all in that back foot, 100% back foot. Okay, not fully rotated, but it was better, right? It was better, right? I love pressure flip, it's fun, fun trick. And you know, if you wanna play dirty, it's a good trick for a game of skate. In fact, I have a question. Is that a dirty trick in a game of skate? Leave it in the comments below. What do you think? Okay, ready? Let's run it. There we go, pressure flip. So I wanna get so you guys can see it, because the best way to learn how to skateboard is actually by just looking. I love to do, especially on shorts, on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, even on YouTube shorts, super slow-mo, so you can just look at what is occurring in the trick yourself, and you can see and you can just learn by looking. The best way to learn anything is by look. See what you see and apply that to your skateboard, and just go, oh, I never really spotted the way that back foot was moving. So I'm gonna give this to you in every angle we can here, any angle I can think of. So we did this way, now we wanna do going both of these ways. But it's important to learn that. You're gonna learn by looking, okay? I'll take it nice and slow. That was an interesting one. Why did I bail? There was zero reason for me to bail that. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do it again. I also wanna say this trick is a little easier moving. Oy vey. It's also weird for me because this ground is ever so slightly tilted down that way. So it's easiest for me to do the trick this way. That way is a little harder. For some reason, this way it's a little harder. Just an interesting thing. When you're learning, understand your ground, try different directions. Sometimes it really helps. It's just always a little bit sketchy, you know? Okay, the pressure flip is an awesome trick. I hope this video helped you guys learn it. I'm dedicated to teaching you as many tricks as you can, helping you get out there, get moving on your board, get physically fit, healthy, active. Let's go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe, like, leave a comment below. Woo, we're out of breath. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment below. And you, yes you, learn to ride a skateboard. We got everything you need at brailleskateboarding.com.